Recently, I got an email from one of you community members that really broke my heart, just a little bit. It was a student who recalled how when she first started the flute, she was working with teachers who had insisted that she needed to correct her embouchure so that it moved from the side to the middle. And this left her feeling insecure, possibly a bit of guilt and shame for many, many years, and feeling like this was always one of those things that she never managed to fix. And this really broke my heart because she should never have had to fix this. So we're going to talk about this today because I realized there are probably many of you in this community that feel confusion around this. And I actually have never spoken about this on this channel. For those of you who are new around here, my name is Tatiana, and it is my aim to offer really high quality flute education with a good dose of humor, especially to adult flutists all around the world. My goal today is to help you not only accept that skew or crooked embouchures are totally okay, we're also going to chat a little bit about why they happen, and most importantly, I'm going to give you some very important tips at the end on what to do if you have got an off-center or crooked embouchure. Now, first thing, an off-center or skew embouchure is so normal. I'm going to tell you about some very famous flute players that have got off-center embouchures. And in fact, it was in doing a video where I was reviewing a whole bunch of really amazing players that I not only saw just how common this is, but also got some really great insights into how to actually solve and work with this problem. So thank you to all those amazing players that have gone before us and teach us. But listen to this list of just some of the players that play with off-center embouchures. And you guys can comment down below and probably add a whole bunch of names to this list. We have players. Marcel Moyes. I'm putting up images right here so you can see this. Marcel Moyes, Paul Taffanel, Jean-Pierre Rampal, James Galway. I'm pretty sure in reviewing players like Pahu, it was slightly off, even Jasmine Choi, slightly off to the one or the other side. We also have players like Julius Baker. I mean, the list just goes on and on. Why on earth would we ever assume that these amazing guys can play with off-center embouchures, but we have to somehow fix it? So if that's not enough convincing, then I don't know. I want you to cast aside what anybody has ever said about your embouchure. It is totally fine the way it is. Now, the reason why some people have got off-center embouchures is very simple. We all have slightly different anatomy in our embouchures. And depending on how our faces are structured, how our muscles are structured, even how our teeth and our kind of jaws are structured, we are going to find that that opening of the lips wants to form in one or another spot. And it is just not necessary or worth fighting this. This is how your body naturally wants to work, and it's probably going to work the best. Now, yes, your embouchure can move. So if you were told to change your embouchure and you changed it and now you settled into a new embouchure, please don't go and change it back. You're fine just the way you are if it's working for you. But please, if your embouchure is off-center, keep it right where it is. So now the really exciting part. So what do we do if we have an off-center embouchure? So the first thing is you want to identify whether this is you, and you will be amazed how some of you think you're in the middle, but you discover that you're actually slightly off to one or the other side. And the way that you can identify this is just by putting your lips together and just letting them pop gently apart. And you can just see where that opening naturally forms. So what was interesting for me was at some point I realized that my aperture was actually going slightly off to the right, which was really surprising. Now, has it always been that way? I don't know. It is possible. But I've also seen that embouchures can change. Things change. Our bodies age, we change, our muscles change, and sometimes life happens. I had a teacher who had an accident and it sliced his lip right in the middle, so he had to move his embouchure off to the side. Then he had another accident and he sliced it in the new embouchure spot. And then he had to kind of find this embouchure in between these two scars. So that's a wild story. But the point is, things happen, life happens, our muscles change, our structures change, our teeth might even change as we, for example, have dental work done or braces done or whatever it might be. So don't hold too fast to your embouchure. It's a good thing just to come back to regularly and just check where you're at. Now, the purse sometimes can be misleading because sometimes I've seen in students, they lift up their flutes and then suddenly the embouchure is forming in a different spot. So please don't just rely on that. Pick up your flute and start playing and look in a mirror, and you want to make sure that the opening of your lips and the opening of the tone hole are lining up nicely. And if you see that you are off to one or the other side, you're going to want to move that flute side to side. Now, it's a little more complicated than this. And I'm going to start here by chatting about the most common off to the side, which is very commonly the left side. And I have to tell you that if your embouchure is crooked off to the left, that is a great thing. It's a lot easier to manage and deal with than to the right. I'm to the right, so I'll help you deal with that in just a moment. If you're off to the left, this is a really great thing because we can actually use another principle of the flute that'll actually help the rest of your body and make things a whole lot easier for you as well. It's possibly the reason why so many great players have got that off to the left embouchure and why this works so incredibly well. So pay attention. Yes, I could just move the flute over to the side of the lip, but there's actually a better mechanism to move that flute, and that is to rather think about just rotating the flute, not the body, just the flute more forward. The more in front of you the flute is, the easier the fingers are going to be, the better it is actually going to be for your neck as well, because we don't have to crank the neck quite so far. So the more forward the flute is, the better. Ideally, we'd be playing our flutes here like this. This would be the best position for our bodies. But alas, we don't have, well, there are some flutes like that, but the point is generally we have these off to the side instruments. But if your embouchure is off to that left, especially if it's significantly off to the left, here's what you can start by doing. Rather than trying to move the flute over, find your flute position and just rotate the flute on your chin. So I'm showing you this from the side. So you're going to rotate on the actual chin so that the flute effectively lands off to the side there like that. So here again, and I rotate it, and the flute just rotates and lands a little off to the side on that embouchure. It's brilliant. Works like a charm. Now, something you will notice if you look at our Rampals and our Galways and our Moises is that generally their flutes are always pointing a little bit down. And you will see this very commonly with players that are playing off to the left. And the simple reason here is that because we're kind of to the side of the mouth and because of the structure of the lip, which isn't straight, it kind of comes forward and out, we want the inside edge of that flute tone hole to be parallel to the inside edge of that lip, to be kind of parallel to that lip. And because the lips are kind of going up a little bit like that, as we move that flute up the lip like that, in order to keep it parallel to that inside edge of the lip, we actually are going to need to drop the angle of the flute slightly. So you can play with this, and I highly recommend that you do. You bring the flute forward again, so pivot it around the face. I really wish my embouchure was off to the left. So much nicer. Okay, so off to the left and then drop the angle of the flute slightly. I'm going to fabricate an off to the left embouchure for a moment and then just play here. With how that feels. I've got a picture of Galway in front of me. I'm trying to copy his embouchure. Okay, so just move it, and the flute will talk back to you almost immediately. It'll kind of tell you, oh, that's nice, I like that, or I hate that. Now, I do highly recommend that before you make all these changes, go and make sure that all your other foundations are in place. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, then I have a free workshop. We've linked you down below. It's 100% free, and I walk you through all the foundations of flute playing. So you definitely want to make sure that those are all in place, because very often those have a bigger impact on your flute playing. But let's say that those foundations are there. Bring that flute forward, pivot it on your lip, and drop the angle slightly and play with that angle until that tone just kind of pops out at you. Okay, some good play work. Now, what if you're like me and you play slightly off to the right? Well, mine is luckily really, really, really tiny, so it doesn't impact me that much. But I have seen some players where it is quite far off to the right. Now for you, it's not going to be helpful to just pivot that flute back, because you're going to start pulling everything back and you're going to cause all kinds of problems with your arms and your shoulders and your bodies. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, then go and do that Flute 101 workshop and go and learn about the foundations, because it's so important. But we do not want this kind of squashed back thing. For you, what's going to be more helpful is to actually reposition the flute slightly off to that right. And yes, the flute might come back a little bit. Don't worry about that. We can compensate a little bit by maybe just getting that neck slightly more over. You don't want to hurt the neck, but you can just kind of see, can it go a little bit more over just to help compensate there slightly. And then, and this is interesting, and in fact, a good player to watch is Jasmine Choi. Jasmine Choi, I discovered, has a slightly off to the right embouchure as well. And she does this really well. You can see it, where you actually almost want to either lift the flute slightly, because now the lip is going this way, right? So we either want to lift that flute ever so slightly, or you can also just tilt that head a very small fraction to help meet that flute. Now, I don't want us tilting heads too much here. And sometimes what happens is we lift the flute and we're kind of tilting the head the other way. So we don't want that. But what we can think of doing here is just thinking of that ear kind of dropping to the shoulder a fraction, or just lifting that flute slightly, or a combination of both, just kind of finding that spot. And again, letting that flute do the talking. Now, in my case, it's so slight, I don't even worry about lifting up the flute. I just move it over slightly, and I'm usually pretty good. I would say you only have to worry about lifting that flute if it's really quite far over to the right. Otherwise, forget about it, leave it alone. We really don't want that head kind of tilting right over and creating a crick in the neck. Please, please, please. This is so subtle. And rather think of lifting that flute slightly. It's better for your body, it's better for your neck. Like that. Okay, and again, only if it's extreme. But that's the basics of what you can do if you have an off-center embouchure. I hope that you can see that this is so normal, so natural, and in some cases actually a huge benefit. So next time a teacher tells you to fix your off-center embouchure, tell them to go and watch some Rumpal and Galway and then get back to you. Happy practicing, and I'll see you over in the next video. And you can access the 101 workshop right over here. And we have put a video right over here up next where you can explore the importance of getting the flute fundamentals right.